Hopefully this shit doesn't take all my memory. It shouldn't. Well, your waitress is different. He's gonna ask for water from that one.
How much do you think this goes for?
Probably too much.
Hey, excuse me. Can I get more water?
Some more water?
So I drove up a few hours the other day to go catch up with some buddies. We went out to grab a few drinks, went out to this bar. That's where I met this chick that you guys saw earlier in the clip of this video. Obviously, she looks like your basic bimbo. Pretty cute, whatever, yeah. And both of my friends, or I say friends, they're kind of like old high school acquaintances that I just want to catch up with. And yeah, I haven't talked to them in years. And both of them was kind of like fiending over her. Like, man, look at her, she's so cute. She did have a big old bubble booty too. Booty me down, booty me down, twerk some girl. No, I'm just playing. So she was fine, not gonna lie. Hey, you gotta give credit where credit's due. So in the back of my head, I'm like, you know what? Instead of doing what these simps are doing, what most guys do is start fiending over her and start simping for her. Why don't I try to see what she's about? Because in the back of my head, I'm thinking that she is exactly like the rest of these dumb bimbos we always talk about. And long and behold, was I right. But so she came back and, or my buddy asked her if he can get some water. So she came back, and that's when I start asking her some questions. You know, I gotta buy a first POV, first person point of view camera that you put on your on the top of your ear, and you record everything that you're looking at, and it also picks up your voice. I gotta start doing that so you guys can see more of my interviews of these people in the regular public. Whenever I go out, I talk to people all the time. Just randomly, I strike up conversations. It doesn't have to be with the female. It could be with the male, older guy, older woman, you know, younger guy, whatever. I just like conversations. You know, it broadens your horizon, broadens your knowledge, your knowledge base. You know, just exchanging ideas with people. That's just the type of person I am. But anyways, so she comes back. So yeah, when I start doing that, you guys will really see everything I'm saying here. I'm not making this shit up. That this is like, these hoes out here are really struggling, but you guys think that they're winning because they get a little bit of free attention and free dates, and dudes give them free drinks from the age of 16 to 22, 24, right? Just in the small window. Like, you guys are so short-sighted, just like women are, that you think that these women are winning in life just because they are, quote unquote, getting the best of both worlds in that short period of time. If you really think about it, they're selling their souls, right? But we're gonna get to that here in a bit. So she comes back with our water, and I ask her, hey, how old are you? Oh, I'm 22. Oh, cool. What do you do? Are you in school, or this is what you do? She's like, oh, I just graduated college. I'm just doing this for the time being. Okay, so what do you want to do? I'm gonna go back to school to go get my master's. I'm like, in what? I start asking her more questions. That what does she study, and what does she want to go into master's for? Her answer is health sciences. I was like, oh, okay. How much student loan debt do you have? She starts laughing. She's like, oh, I have quite a few, you know. So I was like, so why did you go to college for health sciences? Like, was that something you were passionate about, or you always wanted to do this, or what? She's like, oh, you know, I got a scholarship for soccer, so I'm like, and the school that she went to was D3. This bimbo gets a scholarship that's not even full ride, by the way, to a D3 school to play soccer. And when she goes in there, she takes a bullshit ass degree, health sciences. Like, bitch, you're telling me that I gotta go through 4 years of school, take $100,000 to $150,000 student loan debt because I looked up her school name later and I saw the program and the credit hours, and that's how I came up with this number, that this bitch at least has $100,000 in student loan debt, even getting half of it paid for. And so you go through 4 years of schooling, spend 4 fucking years of your prime time, 18 to 22, 4 goddamn years, right? Like, guys, I went to college too. I got a degree in aerospace engineering. And even now that I look back at it, I'm like, man, was there something else I could have done in those 4 or 5 years instead of going to college? Yeah, I know that my degree is very prestigious, and I can always fall back on it. And I didn't have any student loan debt. Thankfully, I worked my ass off in college and paid it off. But I still wonder that even though this degree is that prestigious, could I have done something better with my time in that time period instead of going to college? If I did, some blue collar job, I have no problem getting my hands dirty. But if I did some blue collar job and 4 years later started my own business, probably, would I have been in better position than where I am today? I mean, hey, I'm making plenty of money. I don't even use my degree right now. I do real estate. You guys know that. But could I don't know, man. It's an opportunity question. Opportunity cost question. If I didn't do this and did that instead, how would that have turned out? I don't have a magic ball to know, so I try not to think about it too much. But y'all bimbos go to 4 years of schooling, spend all this time, and I'm not even gonna get into that argument about, it's not even an argument. It's just a conversation. We all know it's true. I'm not even gonna get into that conversation of women having most of their value up front, meaning after 22, as they age, their value starts declining, which is the complete opposite of men. So my prime years are ahead of me. Her prime years are behind her. So we're not even going to get into that conversation because that's a whole different beast, whole different animal. That's for another video. But even if you just compare apples to apples here and say that, yeah, she wasted her prime time of 4 years just to get a degree that Google can tell you for free. You're telling me I got to go through school and spend this much time and money just to know that eating spinach and kale is good for my skin and health? When I can Google search that and that shit's going to pop out for free? Is that what you're telling me? Health sciences? Hey, maybe I'm sounding ignorant right now, and maybe so. Maybe health sciences goes in a little bit more in details than that. But from afar, from a overview look of this degree, that's what it sounds like. Health sciences, like what? So this science is supposed to tell me what's healthy and what's not healthy for me. The same shit Google does for free for me. I don't get it, man. I really don't get how stupid and how imbecilic. That's not even a word. I just made it up. Y'all ladies have to go to college nowadays for degrees that are pretty much free online. The knowledge that you get from these degrees. And you guys do know that who go to college, that college, the first 2 years is pretty much a scam, right? I went to aerospace engineering degree. And as my prerequisites, I had to take history. I had to take introduction to music listening, where I was sitting there and listening to classical music. And I had to, in my exam for that class, I had to sit there and listen to a script or a skit, 10-15 seconds of a music, and write down on a piece of paper who was the author of it and what's the music's name, what's the song's name. I went to school to take psychology class, intro to psych. I went to school to take composition 1 and 2 when I'm a fucking aerospace engineering major. That by itself should just tell you that it's nothing but a scam, right? That it's a money making scheme. Why do you need any of these classes for your degree? Oh, I want you to be a well-rounded student. Shut the fuck up. Shut the hell up. All this crap that you're learning in these classes are all free online. So if you really want to be an all-rounded individual student, you could go online and research this on your own for free, on your free time, and learn all of it. And the sad reality is most students who are in these classes don't even remember a single damn thing by the time the semester ends and the next semester starts. Am I right or am I right? If you went to college, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Same thing with high school. Who the hell remembers your vocab lists, vocab quizzes, the words you learn in your vocab quiz from your vocab list in your English class? Who remembers that? I sure as hell don't. I got more educated when I started looking up words and their meanings on Google. So that's why I say maybe if I didn't go to college, my time would have been better utilized, right? But that's another conversation. I can't really go back in time and change that. But yeah, ladies, You do all of this, and on top of that, you're playing. And so I asked her, "Why did you?" She said, "Oh, so her main answer was she did all this, spent this much time and money for some bullshit ass degree just because she was able to play soccer in a Division 3 school, and she's not even gonna go anywhere after college in soccer. She's not even gonna go pro. And even if you do go pro as a woman in any sport, you're still a broke bitch. We all already know that. Just look around into any women's sports in the professional level. Even women's boxing. Do they even have women's boxing? I know they have women's MMA in the UFC. They probably have women's boxing. Huh? I don't follow that. Even those people don't even make that much money. You got one life. You want to struggle your entire life and think that you're winning in life just because dudes are liking your Instagram pictures? Meanwhile, other dudes, you guys who watch me, some of you guys think that you're losers in life because the chicks in your age range are getting Instagram likes? You think you're a waste of space, or you think your time's not being utilized properly? Who the hell these straggle daggles driving past here? Fuck out of here. You think like you guys don't have any kind of self-confidence, any kind of self-worth to yourself. You don't believe in yourself at all. When you see on social media that anybody, even the regular Joe Schmo, living any kind of good life, you automatically start feeling down about yourself. Meanwhile, little do you know, this is what's happening behind closed doors. These people are all fucking losers. They're just putting a front out here on this world in front of you, so you think they're not losing, but they're all losers. This Instagram pictures that they're taking, these videos that they're taking for social media cloud, that where they pretend that they're happy to show you that they're happy, is nothing but that. It's them pretending. It's a show that they're putting on. And you guys fall for it, hook, line, and sinker, and feel bad about yourself and get depressed and feel down about yourself because you think you're supposed to do that stuff, and you think you're not happy, and you think you're not making it in life. Meanwhile, these people are drowning in debt, bad debt. There's good debt, bad debt. These people are drowning in bad debt, have zero planning for the future. So when she goes back to school for her master's in health sciences, so I asked her, I was like, so you're going to stick with health sciences, or you're going to go into another field of study? She's like, no, I'm going to stick with health sciences. So when she goes back to school for masters, to get her master's, she's going to take more debt. And you can do your own research and look up how much money health sciences majors really make when they get out. And that's before tax. Don't forget about Uncle Sam. He always wants a piece of that pie. So after tax, how much are you taking in home? And how many years is going to take you to pay off that debt? On top of that, the interest that is building up. And you think, oh, government forgave 10 to 20K student loan debt, they're going to forgive my debt. Oh, you think so? You dumb sons of bitches. You guys really don't see the fact that why they did it in this year, right before the election, is because they want your votes. That's why they were catering to you by forgiving 10 to 20K student loan debt. You really think a government is going to forgive everybody's debt completely when student loan debt and the child support system is two of the biggest revenue systems for the government? They're sucking the blood and money out of you by these two systems, student loans and the child support system, through the interest. If you had a business or a system to where that's where a whole bunch of your money came in, do you honestly think that you're ever going to think about getting rid of that system 100%? So why the fuck would the government do that? You think the government's stupid? You guys are fucking imbeciles and morons, but the government isn't. But hey, that's... I can't even speak too much about that, huh? Without putting my life in danger. That's the real red pill if you want to get red pilled. But we can't talk about that, can we? Without getting canceled and banned. Look at Tate. I can't even mention his name. If I mention his name, my channel might get taken down, right? And we'll live in a so-called free society. Anyways, man, that's enough rambling. You guys get the idea, man. These people are fucking losers out here. She's at this bar making less than minimum wage and fronting and trying to flex, showing off that she's living the best of both worlds. She's making it. Meanwhile, she's broke as a fucking joke. but she still wants to preach strong and independence, right? She still acts hot shit around you. She won't even give you the time of the day. She thinks she's all that bad by herself. She's so much better than you. You try to approach her, cold approach her, she won't even look at you way twice. Meanwhile, you are a fucking king, improving your life every damn day, while her own life is falling apart in shambles. These people are fucking delusionals. Let them rot, fellas. Save yourselves. You guys don't deserve people like this in your life in the first fucking place, right? Follow me on Instagram at ZeekPeak00. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit your boy up on the Cash App. $ZeekPeak. Add me on Snapchat at ZeekPeak_00. And I'll see you boys on the next.